Another live hangout. I'm your host and your presenter, Ali Chowdhry. And believe you me, it is just gone over midnight. It's around, well, it's 18 minutes past 12 here in the UK in London. And I should be going to sleep, but I had so much to do. But guess what? Had a very special guest joining us, especially that his launch is in 15 hours and 41 minutes, okay? And he's here with us right now, okay? Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Sure, I'd love to. Brian Boyd here. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Thank you for that.
You know what, Brian, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, bearing in mind that you've got a launch that is literally in 15 hours. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm excited because the product is going to be something that's going to help people achieve what they're looking for, and that's a bigger list, more buyers, which in turn means more income and a better lifestyle. So I'm super excited about that.
I mean, the thing about these hangouts is showing JV and potential affiliate partners that this is the product owner, this is the product, this is what is in store if you go and promote. So it gives a lot of information. People are really loving even the hangout. So it's great that I'm able to now present something else, especially knowing if affiliates or JV partners are looking to make some money for tomorrow with a good offer. This is something else that they can actually have a look at. We'll go through all the information right now, and you can see why this is another good offer to promote. So it's really interesting. So turbo, list, and profit. Okay, that is what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into all of that, okay, not only me, but all of the viewers in the audience, they want to know, Brian, what is your story? Who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. I will. I love to talk about myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a business owner. I'm a marketer. Just like most people watching this. I've been online full time for a number of years now, and in the past, I've released a lot of trainings to the offline market because that's the space I've been operating in the last several years. Currently I service small customers in my local area, but what I've been doing is also building a list, a big responsive list full of buyers in the general make money online or internet marketing space. And the strategy I've been utilizing has been working so well for me that of course I've decided to turn it into a product and try to get in the hands of other people who are experiencing some of the same problems that I once experienced, and that's not being able to build your list fast enough, not being able to have a significant buyers list, and most importantly, not having to spend an arm and a leg building the list, being able to do it correctly, the right way, but being able to do it on a budget, and that's what this product's all about. And I guess that's a little bit of what I'm all about too.
No, I mean that's a really good point that you mentioned that when people do start out, these might sound like things that that are common problems or they're overlooked, but people do struggle when they're starting out online. How to build a list, how to actually go about it, how do you actually go about building a list? Sounds so simple to people that are obviously more advanced, but when you're starting out, something that's so simple is it completely stops people dead in their tracks. And it's interesting to know that you've been doing the offline thing anyway, and when you do offline business as well, it can demand big sizable chunks when you're providing this service. So you're meeting people face to face. You're already doing it. Now what you've done is you made this transition online, and some of the things that you've obviously encountered, you're now addressing it and putting something together to show, hey, look, it's not as difficult as you might think. I've been able to do this. This is how you can actually copy my system. So I love that you've been doing so much offline. But what brought you to the internet? What inspired you? What actually got you attracted to thinking, let me actually now try this online?
Well, for me, it was two things. Number one, it gives me an opportunity to help other people, to lead them, and present them and give them information that will allow them to experience a certain lifestyle. And that said, number two, what my main motivating and driving force personally for getting online was I have a wife and two kids, was to be able to spend more time at home, be with my family, not be on the road, 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day, but to be able to actually, be earning income from my home office. And if I'm able to do that while also helping other people, that's a pretty powerful thing that gets me excited.
I mean, a lot of people probably watching this, and those that do struggle, I'm confident that a lot of people resonate in the fact that they have a family, they've got children, they've got big motivations why they need to succeed, and they don't really have a choice. Especially when you've got family, you've got children, you've got these bills. You need to buy clothing, food, simple things like that. Sometimes you don't have a choice, and it's a big driving factor why that it has to work. This has to work, and people are just looking for just a chance to have something work, and it's difficult when nothing is working and no one's really showing you how to do it, and everyone's keeping all the secrets and they're charging thousands of dollars on how to learn. But people say, "Give me a chance." So I guess it translates into that this isn't something that you're just doing for fun, but it's there's a lot of driving factors behind why you wanted to come along and make this work not only for yourself but for your family. So people watching, they will say that's exactly what my mindset. So it's great to know that a lot of people will have the same motivations.
Yeah, right. I mean, what I teach in this course, it's something anybody can do. Um, it's basic. It has a few twists, a few turns, but it's step by step. And if you follow what I teach, then no matter what your level of experience or expertise, no matter any of that, you're going to have a chance to build your list. You're going to be able to do it while making a small profit. And the most important thing, and you kind of alluded to it, was if you have the desire or the necessity to succeed, um, then you take the information I give you here, put it to action, and you will get a result. And again, that's pretty powerful stuff, and that's what gets me excited to kind of get this out to the public and introduce the strategy that I've been using that I know works.
Yeah, I mean, we know it works because we were going over some of the proof essentially, and it's just generated just under, was it 5 grand, just with the strategy that you're teaching?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've made myself with this, yeah, I've made several 5 grands over because what I do with my list, of course, is I mail to them all the time. So, I don't really go into too much email marketing on the course, but I have my list and my list pays me over and over. So,
But what I liked is the strategy or the course that you actually released. This is based around how simple it was for you to make 5 grand just on this alone. But
right.
the strategies, if you understand how to apply them, like you said, that you're able to replicate this time and time again, making you tens of thousands of dollars because you have that list. So there's a whole bigger picture, and you obviously go through that and you teach that. And I mean, what I loved about the product was that I mean, it does come with the resource in terms of a structured step by step in the ebook, but it's videos. It's mainly video content, which a lot of people don't realize how more effective it can be than reading an ebook. And if I was to watch a video, whether I'm a complete newbie, a complete beginner, or maybe I'm already started, there are things that anyone can learn that they can pick up. It will take them literally by the hand, step by step, over the shoulder, and you cannot go wrong. You really cannot go wrong. So I mean, there's a lot of value in that. So you've obviously taken the time out, right, to actually make sure you over deliver.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, not only it's good for my reputation, but it's also good to be there for my customers because that's my responsibility as a vendor. So, the videos and the training, that's one thing. I include my email address at the bottom of the training, and anybody who has a question, all they got to do is dial me up on email, and I'll get back to them just as soon as I can. Within 24 hours, but oftentimes much sooner. And like I said, I'm full time online, so I'm in front of my computer a large portion of the day, and believe it or not, my smartphone's always on me. So my iPhone buzzes, and if I get an email, I'll return it right from there. So, but yeah, I mean,
You're
as much value as possible. not just the training too. I also include a WordPress theme, and it's a theme that I had my designer, my developer, make specifically for this strategy. And it's a really simple theme, but it's specific to what we're doing and what I'm teaching here. So I'm giving that away as a bonus to anybody who jumps on board with this, and it's covered in the training, but it's a WordPress theme that allows the user to generate squeeze pages just as I do, in the same manner that I do, that typically get between 40 and 60% opt-in rate. And one way to increase your profit when you're talking about sending traffic to a squeeze page is to get more opt-ins. The more opt-ins you get, the more opportunity you have to generate revenue. And with this theme, along with the training and how I combine the two together, it gives you everything you need to really seamlessly transition from not knowing anything about this at all and to making a profit just as quickly as possible.
I mean, yeah, just coming back to that, I was going to mention that also, that it's a custom plugin, right? A piece of kit that you've made for this.
Yes, yeah, it's a theme. It's a custom WordPress theme. Yep.
So, I mean, myself, I've made them before, and they've regioned, from $300 just for a custom one. So it's a lot of value in that. And
Oh yeah, it's inexpensive. I can
it
tell you
really,
that, but I use it all the time. So for me, it's a must-have in my business. I pay whatever for it.
I mean, this is a good thing though. But what you've been able to do, it's like you have some people that give you pieces of the jigsaw, but they'll keep a few to themselves. And I love how you're saying, hey, here's the Ferrari and here's the keys with it.
Right.
So you're,
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't want to put out some training and not include everything that you need. Right. That wouldn't be right. So I've been meticulous and making sure that we're very thorough with this training. So you can literally buy it, go through it, and implement it right away. Now, I should mention, you're going to need hosting, you're going to need a domain name, and you're going to need an autoresponder. And those things, to some people, they might be scary. But if you're going to be an internet marketer, if you're going to be involved with making money online by marketing products and services to an email list, those are things that you have to have. They're a necessity. You need a hosting account, you need a domain name, and you need an autoresponder. So those are things that just kind of come along with the business. And I think from my understanding, dealing with my clients in the past, my list, who I have a good relationship with, people understand that. And understand that those are things that they need in order to make the kind of money that they want to make and have the lifestyle that they want to have.
You know what? That's a really important point, and I'll reinforce that in the terms of, look, if you have a business, okay, you're coming online, you will need certain tools, and these tools aren't going to be free for you. I mean, if you're expecting to come online and everything to be free, then if you're going to complain around something that you're paying $10 per month, which is an essential for your online business that you will need without a shadow of a doubt, and you're complaining about it, then this isn't for you, okay? With due respect, you're kidding yourself. This is something that if you're going to complain, go create an offline business, go get a setup, go get the fixtures and fittings. You'll be paying tens of thousands of dollars in rent per month. So when you're comparing it to the online thing, I mean, autoresponder to collect emails, this is something that is a necessity you will need. All online marketers have one. In terms of hosting, getting a domain name, we're talking about you can create a whole business on a shoestring budget. It's nothing. What is $10? It's like having an online shop that is branding to your name. But because I hear this time and time again, so I'm quite passionate about it. I just wanted to get that point across as well. I know you have as well, but people really need to understand there's always going to be a certain investment that you're going to need for anything. So yes, you will need to get a domain and hosting to make this work, but that's it. You can have that for life. That is something you'll need regardless, and really is creating a whole business on a shoestring budget.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else like it. Like I had mentioned earlier, I work in the offline world and I service clients, and some of the money that some of my clients who have brick and mortar businesses spend on their business monthly is in the tens of thousands of dollars when we start talking about rent and different things and the retail end of things. So being able to start a business with an AWeber account that's $1, or I believe, or maybe even free for 30 days, a domain name that costs a couple bucks, and a shared hosting account that costs a couple bucks, you can't beat that. And that's just part of the price of doing business as an online vendor or an affiliate marketer or an email marketer, just things you have to have. So, and again, I think most people understand that and are energetic about learning the skills that they need to learn in order to be successful with those tools.
Yeah, I mean, if you are going to complain about the things that you need anyway, regardless, then obviously this isn't for you, should we say? But what you are showing people is, look, I will show you how you can set up an entire business essentially. Okay, you can build your list, you can start promoting products, and you can start promoting whatever products you want. And you know what? Here is even my custom plugin that I will give you, which is worth a lot more money. So you're giving something where you are definitely overvalued. There's no shadow of a doubt on that part. So I think people are absolutely going to love that you're actually giving them the training, but you're actually giving the same tools that you are using yourself. So you're not giving something that you're not using. You're actually saying, hey, I actually personally use this. These are the results I've been able to get from even one case study or one strategy or one campaign, so on and so forth. So I think that's absolutely fantastic what you're doing on that front. And I'm pretty sure you're going to get tons of testimonials. I know you already got testimonials around this, but you're going to get literally tons of excellent feedback from students and clients that actually get on board with this. A complete no-brainer.
Right. You know what the other thing is, and I think people are going to find this to be true, and everyone who's reviewed the product already has agreed. It's it's really simple. The WordPress theme, the way I teach it, the squeeze page, it's simple. You can't. There's not, and I don't mean this in a bad way or in a derogatory way, but you don't. There's not much thinking involved. Just follow the steps. Do what I tell you to do. And if you do that, it'll lead you through the process, and at the end of the road is going to be your pot of gold, your success. And it's really quite simple. But again, you just have to be diligent. You have to follow the steps, and the results will follow. That's for sure. As long as you follow the steps exactly as I lay out.
Yeah, I mean, even for affiliates or JV partners that email their list and tell their customers about the product, it's, you can be confident in the sense that if they pick up this product, right, and they go and get the plugin, they go through the training, it will literally be copy, 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 copy. Okay, you're not going to start getting your customers complaining about a headache. How do I do this? How do I do that? Or even coding. It's literally follow me over the shoulder. You cannot go wrong. So I really like that approach in that sense of even with the videos, which it completely adds so much. It stacks the value on that without a shadow of a doubt. Again, so step by step. That's what people want. I don't want to waste time learning how to do coding. I don't want to waste time trying to figure this out and go hire an outsourcer. You're showing me. You're the guy who put this together. You're showing me how to do it. So brilliant. Why not? But this is going live on the 26th. Okay, we're talking about in 15 hours. I know we kind of touched base just literally today around this. Come across it and we spoke, and anytime we can add value and let JV partners know, let affiliate partners know, like this is right here. They may have missed this, they may have not come across this, but again, if you're looking to add value to your list and your customers, your subscribers, then, and plus you want to make some money, obviously, doing so as well, then you want to jump on board with this, because when you do head over to the JV page, which is turbolistandprofit.com/JV, I will put the JV link down below the video. You can go there directly. Then you'll understand exactly. Again, it will reinforce what we've spoken about. There's a ton there, and it's nice, clean. I've seen the sales page itself, some testimonials on there. But Brian, also, do we have an upsell, an OTO on this?
Yeah, we do. And any potential JV or affiliate partner of mine, before I talk about the OTO, I just want you to know that I pride myself in taking care of your customers, and I want to pay you top dollar for your traffic. So that's why the funnel I've got in place is going to be something that I'm confident is going to do that. Is going to pay the JV partners, the affiliates, top dollar for the traffic that they send. The upsell is priced between $14.95 and $17. Okay, and what it is it's actually PLR rights, which has been a really hot seller lately, PLR rights to the front end product. And what that does, that'll allow your buyer to essentially skip a step in the process because they don't need their own product to make this work. But if they have their own product, then they have a certain a higher amount of control. So they'll be able to take the sales copy, they'll be able to take the product itself, put their name on it, price it for whatever they want to price it for. I make a few suggestions and send their traffic to their own version of Turbo List and Profit. And what makes it extra special is I know it's a proven winner. So I know it's going to get the result that I talk about pursuing in the main product. So the PLR rights is going to give them peace of mind. It's going to save them time, and it's probably going to save them a little bit of money as well, and allow them to get started and more profitable more quickly. Again, that's 50% commission, but starting at about $15 in dime sale and quickly up to $17. I expect it to convert really well, and I'm very excited about it.
I mean, just to reinforce that point, just looking at even your JV page, when JVs go ahead over to turbolistandprofit.com/JV, they can actually see you've put some screenshots of even your Warrior Plus account, where one of the campaigns was converting at 10%. Okay, the very same copy that you've actually created. So the facts are there. But it's this: sometimes sometimes when sales are made, or some people do their launches, they have maybe a few sales, and then obviously the conversions are always going to be high, and then it adjusts depending on the quantity. Okay, to get a real good feel, or a good what's the word to evaluate a good EPC, you should look for around 1,000 sales, okay, to give you a kind of average. And your ones obviously had a lot of hops, a lot of traffic, so being 10% based on that is a good EPC. And you've got another screenshot there again where it was converting again around 5%, but it made like just under $10,000 on the other campaign. So we're not talking about small chunks here. We're not talking about just a few sales and then you're giving some big up hyped EPC. This is based on good stats, okay, realistic stats where you've had a large amount of traffic, which again should reinforce that this does convert well. And a lot of people won't know the fact. You'll see on some Warrior Plus offers or some vendors that they have a few sales and they'll post the sales, that's fine, but then they'll focus on the EPC where it's not. I wouldn't really say it wouldn't give you a realistic conversion rate. Would you agree with that? You would have to have a larger number of sales in order to give you a better representation of the EPC.
Absolutely. I mean, as a vendor and an affiliate myself, I know this. When I mail my own product to my own list, my EPC is through the roof, which is great. But that's me mailing my product to my list. Now, if I open it up to affiliates and affiliates are mailing their list and to my product and it's not quite a great match, then their EPC is not going to be as high. So there needs to be a large sample size, a large number of hops to get a really accurate assessment on exactly what this offer is going to pay out at. $1, $1.20, $2, whatever that might be. But you can't determine that after 50 hops. You just can't.
It's true. It really is true. But I mean, when JV partners do go have a look at it, then you'll see the bigger picture. But what I like is the transparency, the stats that are there to say, hey, look, this is it. You're showing them the proof. So, if you're going to promote for someone, sometimes you do want to have that reinforcement. You want to be happy. You want to have confidence in the vendor himself. You want to see some kind of proof, you could say, evidence that previous launches or previous campaigns have been able to demand a certain amount. So no, it's good. I really like that. Okay. What will we talk? Upsell. Yes, PLR. It is hot. Okay, and what that will do is it will greatly complement the front end product. And product. Put it as this: if someone's coming to buy this product and they're building these squeeze pages, right? Of course they're going to go for the upsell because once someone signs in, they're redirected to the sales page that's saying, hey, instead of you going and making your own product, right, just use this product, make a few adjustments here, done for your service. I know it works because I've done it myself before. So yes, it does work and it works greatly. And that's 50% as well for JV partners, right?
Yes, yep, correct.
Excellent. Again, you've obviously got the funding in place, and the main reason you want to put that in place is to make sure JV partners really get bang for their buck. But
Yeah,
bearing in mind that you want to give value to their customers at the same time, so you don't want to compromise both. So no,
absolutely. It's a nice little tight funnel that's going to convert well, and yeah, I mean it's gonna my JV partners, my affiliates are excited about it, the ones who've seen it, and we're confident that it's gonna pay people who send traffic to a top dollar.
so it's all about 15 hours then, is it? The big countdown.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I should get some sleep, huh? It's about 8 p.m. here where I'm at, so I got to get up early in the morning and, make sure everything's in line and make sure I'm manning my battle station at lunchtime.
That's the one. I can just imagine it now. You sitting there in your maybe I don't know bathroom robe, just sitting down with a coffee, just waiting to hit press live.
That's it. That's it. Hey, you
So I'm
can't
just
beat that, right? What other profession can you do that in?
it is true. It's true. But I guess sometimes even in this profession, you can become a little bit relaxed because the office is in the other part of the house. You're like, oh, I'll come to it later. Oh, I
Yeah.
can go work as I want. Before you know it, the whole day's gone and you haven't done nothing. It happens.
You know what? That's happened to me before, and if you don't mind, let me give everybody a tip. I try to treat my office because I've gotten like that before, where it's in the other side of the house. Hey, I'll get to it later. I try to treat it like I'm going to an office building somewhere else. I get up, I shave, I get a shower, I eat breakfast, I get dressed, and then I go to work. And you know what? For me, that works. That works. That makes me feel like I'm actually going to the office or an office and I'm not connected to, I don't have to go back upstairs or whatever. So that's just my little tip for everybody for the day.
Okay, no, that's pretty interesting because some people, I mean, people will relate probably. I'm not sure if you know about NLP, like neuro linguistic programming. How it kind of branches into what you're saying that you will basically by you carrying out these actions, it's like you're changing your state of mind like that. So every time you put on the clothes, it's like you're subconsciously getting yourself in that frame of mind. Like okay, I'm going to work. You're in that kind of different zone, or you anchor it to that feeling. I'm getting dressed. I'm doing the motions of so on and so forth. So I guess you put yourself in the zone, right?
That's exactly it. But if I don't do that, if I'm in my bathrobe with a cup of coffee, then I'm not in the right frame of mind.
Everybody's imagining you now in a bathrobe.
Right, yeah, I know, right? No one wants to see that, trust me.
You should call yourself the bathrobe marketer.
I should. Wonder if that domain's available.
I'm sure that someone's probably going through it right now.
Right.
Okay, so I mean, have we left anything out then? What do you reckon?
I don't think so. I think we've been pretty thorough. I think we've talked about all the value and the excitement surrounding this product, and I'm rearing and ready to get it out there and help a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and I'm just excited. I'm
I
ready
mean,
for tomorrow to hit. It's like I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. It's like Christmas all over again.
that's the thing. But the great thing about these hangouts is that it allows JV partners to reach out. It allows affiliates to reach out, make a connection with you, see who you are, see you're the guy behind the product, make a connection with you, your personality, see what kind of character you are. It's a great way. It gives people complete transparency, and I'm pretty sure even people watching this will say, "Oh, I didn't even know this guy. He was around, or maybe I've seen his product. But I've never. It's difficult to picture someone just by seeing a picture, and it just completely just opens a window of people now communicating and that communication, that relationship building aspect. So I think they work quite well, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, I love meeting new people, so I'm glad, and to be honest, I'm glad to help others too. And I'm really enthusiastic about that. So if I can give anybody anything back, please reach out to me. And even if we don't know each other, we've never talked or done business, and if there's anything anybody thinks I can do to help or a question, just let me know. I'll be glad to help.
Okay, so you probably see it on my screen right here. This is what we were talking about. Just one of the campaigns made about just over 600 sales. That's about 4 grand for that. Another one for just under $10,000. But yeah, I just want to get the screen up on that. But yeah, look at that. 15 hours remaining.
There
Yeah.
we go. There we
And
go.
and what else do we have? We got the Skype right here. But what I'll do, I'm going to put the JV link in the video below, so people can go straight directly below the video and click and get the information directly there. But I mean, people, you're happy for people to reach out to you if they need any help?
I encourage it. That would be great. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. Again, I'm always dialed into my business in one way or another, whether it's on my smartphone, my iPhone, or if I'm in front of the computer. So yeah, reach out for sure.
You're the guy walking down the road that's looking at his phone all the time, doesn't look where he's going.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
They've made
You
an
know
app.
me? You've seen me before?
They've made an app that you can. It shows like the road in front, or uses the camera while you're texting.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea. Does that exist?
yeah, yeah,
Is that
I
right?
can't remember the name of it, but yeah, because there's a lot of accidents that were happening from people not looking where they were going. So,
Right.
so I think we covered quite a lot. But guys, affiliates and JVs. Look, I think we've been very thorough. People can draw their own inference from it. It is a jam-packed product. Not only are our customers going to be getting a plugin, but they're going to get complete video tutorials on how to set it up, okay, from complete A to Z. So no one can really go wrong. So a lot of value is jam-packed in there. And I think the plugin itself, I'll be very honest, the plugin itself speaks volumes because the plugin could be sold, or it could have been sold as an upsell. All right, but you're giving that, you're actually adding that. So sometimes, so no one can really complain saying, oh, I don't have the plugin, what do I do? You've actually said, here, take the plugin, take the training, take the Ferrari, take the keys, go enjoy yourself. And
You got it. You got it.
like a track day, isn't it?
I hope so. I hope so. My goal is to make it as easy as possible for my customers, for other people's customers, the buyers of this product, and at the same time, my goal for JV partners is to make sure the product converts and make sure it's something that they have a successful promotion. They have a successful promo with. So yeah, I think we're all set. I think we're all set.
And it makes them a bit of money.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just okay. So I guess we've covered quite a lot. But let me ask you one question then before we bring it to an end, right? If I had a question for you, a really good question. If people are coming online, right, and they need help, or they're thinking about getting set up in one area or creating their own online business, what kind of advice would you give them?
I've done a bunch of different things. Like I had mentioned, I've been down the offline road. My advice would be to build your list. Build your list. It's an asset. It pays you over and over again. Start building your list. I don't know. I mean, I guess I was guilty of this when I first started. I didn't focus on list building. But if you can build your list, it doesn't have to be the internet marketing niche. It could be any niche, but build your list, provide value to your subscribers, and create products, information that they need to solve their problems, and charge them a price for it. They'll buy it from you, especially after they trust you. That's what I would do if I had to start right now today. Over.
And share your tip in if anyone kind of comes across any obstacles or challenges while they're trying to, everyone gets challenged, right, with their business or trying to set stuff up. What kind of tips or advice would you give how to overcome any obstacles they may encounter in their online journey?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is ask questions, but don't just ask questions randomly. If you're just starting, you need to pick out one or two, and you want to be into list building. You identify what you want to do. You need to pick out one or two people to connect with, to follow, and you need to ask those people questions. I see a lot of times people buying every new shiny product that comes out, and this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy, and they get sidetracked and never get anywhere. Just stay tightly focused. Stay focused on one thing, follow one or two people, and that's what I would do, because that will remove a lot of the distractions. And when an obstacle presents itself, then you know what you need to do. You need to try to overcome it and learn from it, and you can do that by communicating with one or two people who you've learned to trust.
But you know what? You made a valid point there that people do jump around from product to product, and that's one of the common things. You ask people, why have you not been successful there? And the general answer will be, if you ask about the history, that I've always brought product after product. Well, have you ever completed, or have you really actually implemented any of those products? Well, no. And it completely affects their belief system, because they think no product has ever worked, and the whole internet thing never worked. But they've never actually done or completed a task, or followed a product from start to finish. They've just seen something else. And you know what? Marketing nowadays is very effective. And people are in this vicious cycle of just being a buyer, buyer, and buyer. They're never a producer. So it's unfortunately, people have to snap out of it, and just do one thing at a time, like you mentioned. Have that to-do list, and make sure it's like a lighthouse, isn't it? A ship in the imagine the lighthouse is your objective. That's where you want to be getting, right? A ship is going to use that as a point of reference. That is my destination. Now, if that lighthouse is not there, that ship in darkness is just going to be, I don't know, going all over the place. So have that destination, have that plan. Some people don't even have a plan. They don't even know what they want. They don't even know where they want to be in 6 months' time. But that's how the cookie crumbles, as they say.
That's it, man. That's it. I mean, laser sharp focus is it's a unique thing, and when you can have a focus on that lighthouse, that beacon of light out there, and you're focused on it, then you can start pushing your way towards it. But if you don't have anything to focus on, and you're not focused, you're just going to be going around in circles. So then you really see the obstacles start to pop up, I would imagine.
Brian, I want to ask you as well. In terms of getting support, are your family supportive of you with what you're doing online?
Oh, my family, they support what we're doing, what I'm doing? Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I've had an opportunity to prove myself, and I have. And
because
it's fulfilling.
do you
But
find that
yeah, for sure.
you find that sometimes when you're kind of in the wrong kind of circles, or you're surrounded by negative people, it has an effect on your outcome, because people, they'll say stop wasting your time, and it does it will trip you up, because you'll start doubting yourself. So would you agree with me in saying that people need to get rid of these negative people around you, and start surrounding yourself with people that are on the same journey? I've said that before, and start looking at who are successful people, start aligning yourself with them, start connecting with these people, and just cut all the people that are wasting your time. Get them out of your life, because they're not going to benefit you whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. It's about mindset. There's a quote that comes to mind. It's whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you think you can, you're right, you can. But if you think you can't, then you can't. So you got to have your mindset right, and you've got to surround yourself with like-minded people who are going to support you and be there for you. When things are good, when things are bad. So yeah, you got to be mentally prepared as a business owner to go through some ups and downs and some highs and lows, because that's going to happen. It happens to the best of us. But your support system is really, really important. At least in my case, it is. And I've been very blessed in that regard to have very supportive people around me who are on board with my mission of becoming a force online.
That's what I'm talking about. Force, yeah. But
Well,
you gave me an idea. I'm going to start doing quotes. every
yeah,
time at the end of a hangout, I'm going to start doing quotes.
uh, I'm full of quotes. I don't know where I get them from, but I do.
I'm just thinking of a quote. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pocket. That's by Arnold. Yeah, that's a
There
good.
you go. That's a great one. That's a great one.
But guys, yeah, I guess we'll wrap up then. Any last words then, Brian? It's been an absolute pleasure. Any last words?
The pleasure has been mine. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And again, if anybody has any questions or just wants to chat, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than willing to communicate and connect with people.
Absolutely fantastic. Again, it's always a pleasure to get vendors and product creators on there, because I mean, it's always learning. I mean, I've been doing this nearly, is it 2015 already? I've been doing this 3 years, especially after leaving the police. And it's just, I was always meeting people in the police, right? You're always meeting different people from different walks of life. You're always learning certain things, everyone's got different philosophy. It's just amazing, especially in this community. Everyone's hungry for success, right? And everyone's got different strategy, everyone's got a different mindset. So you start taking the good bits, and it's amazing. And it makes you even more pumped up to actually get better results. So it was a complete pleasure to have you on, and I'm sure there's a lot of golden nuggets a lot of people are going to take away from this. And again, just to remind JV and affiliate partners that the launch is literally in T-minus 15 hours. Okay, in 15 hours, you can see Brian is literally excited. He's trying to contain himself right now, but we're talking about in 15 hours. Okay. Being the 26th of January, we are launching at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and you're cordially invited to come and join in today, right now. I'll put the link below. You can go there and join up and get the necessary bits and bobs. And from that, then it's all about getting on board and letting your list know that there's a product out, and it's going to be a win-win situation for you guys. But I put the link for the JV page down below. And hopefully you can see that this guy is he's a swell guy, as they say. The guy knows his stuff, does his offline stuff. Now he's made a nice transition, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see this guy around for a lot longer. But if here's another thing, if you like this video and you want to see more updates and behind the scenes with all the other JV partners and all the recent launches, there should be a button. Go subscribe on the channel. Make sure you like the video and put a comment down below. If you have your launch coming up and you want exposure and you want to get onto one of these hangouts, I cannot let everyone on the hangout because obviously I have my own work going on. But if you would like to jump on a hangout, then please get in touch. Go over to alichowdhry.com and hopefully there'll be a contact page somewhere there. But yeah, there'll be a page over there. Let me know. I'm a really friendly guy. Just shoot me a message. But it's been a pleasure. And remember, turbolistandprofit.com/JV. And that has been Brian. Brian!
Yeah, hey, I got you. All right. I'm still here. I lost you there for a second. I don't know what happened.
You're thinking about the launch. Mr. Brian Boyd, everyone. Mr. Brian Boyd. So
Hey,
please, we'll have to pull you up on another hangout and find out the update with the launch, yeah?
yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, that's a deal. That's a deal for sure. You name the time and the place, and I'll be there.
Excellent. Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Round of applause, please. Excellent. All right, take care, Brian.
All right. Thanks again.